Hey there, Aries. Welcome to part 2 for the week of January 17th. We're going to just jump right in here and clarify this. I'm actually going to clarify this, the oracle cards as well. You had the bull spirit. It said sacrifice, and you have this jackal, and this card says truth on it. Pretty interesting because you have basically the Justice card twice. You have this Libra card at the top, and you have the Justice card right here. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, it's linked up in the comments down below, so make sure to check that out. This is part 2, but I feel like there could be some sort of truths coming out here. Let's see what they are. With the Three of Swords, you have the Chariot. This is like asserting your will over a situation with the Three of Swords. Again, Three of Swords is grief and sadness, but here's the thing about the Three of Swords is it's meant to represent something temporary. It's not meant to represent something that's going to last for a very long period of time. The Chariot is like choosing to move away from this, which really, we kind of talked about this in your first reading. It does seem like a lot of you are moving away from something that is familiar. It's like you're moving away from something that you've always known to have something better. Chariot is a victory, so I definitely like to see that. With the Seven of Swords, Eight Swans, new beginning. Love it. I already like where this is going. I feel that there's growth and abundance coming in for you. You have the sun. I would love to see the star in this reading if it wants to come up. But you have the Ace of Wands. We're already moving more towards like an inspiring energy, like an inspired action type of energy. Hangman, Sun, and the Ace of Wands. Is there anything else here? No. I would say those 3 cards so far are definitely more on the inspired action side of things. You see something, it excites you, you move towards it. Justice, right? Cause and effect. So I feel that really operating from that place would be a good place for you to operate from this week. By the way, if you want love, I do see like there could be new love coming in for you. It could be a water sign. I feel like the past couple weeks, maybe you've had water showing up in your readings. Pretty interesting. I would say there's probably a lot of passion in that situation. And you even have like, look, steam right here on the side of the Ace of Wands if it wants to focus. So there you go. With the Page of Cups, you have the Ten of Cups, fortune after difficulty, happiness. Ten of Cups is your true, happiness, your true bliss, whatever you want to call it. It could be you having a family or, being in a relationship and creating a family, but it could be anything. It's like maybe you want to own a farm. Maybe you want to, do your own thing. Maybe you want to have a business. Whatever your happiness is, the Ten of Cups is your happiness. What I would say is I feel the energy of like needing some more magic in your life. I did a reading, a couple weeks ago where I was saying something about, like I was seeing gray. I was like seeing this just gray color. Like imagine if you were just standing in some gross fog, right? And it's just like this gray color. And I'm starting to feel that where maybe, but it feels early energy to me. What I mean by that is it's like sometimes like I feel like a message is coming in, but it feels very early. It feels very like we're not quite in the energy just yet, but it's something that there's no reason you couldn't do it now. This early energy that I've been feeling is needing to brighten things up, needing to make things more exciting, needing to kind of add some more color, more excitement to life. And I feel like anything you could do to make things like more magical, more exciting would be a good idea for you. I feel this for pretty much everything with that Ten of Cups. It's like maybe you're, maybe you have a business, maybe it needs more color, maybe it needs more, more eye-catching something. Maybe it needs to be more eye-catching. Maybe it needs to have some more maybe it needs to be made a little bit more magical, right? And that's kind of like what I feel with that Ten of Cups. Same thing with you as far as love is concerned. It's like maybe you need to be more magical or seem more magical. I don't know. Take it how it resonates. With that Libra card, you have the 8th house card. Very interesting. This card says mystery on it. 8th house is the house of other people's money as well. But there could be some mysteries coming in for you. But I feel like the mystery is your truth here that you need to be living, which we kind of talked about with that Jackal card. I feel like you need to be more stepping into your own truth. Let's see. With the Ten of Wands, you have the Eight of Swords. You have feeling stuck and bound to something. I'm pretty sure in one of your last readings, you had a very similar, if not the same, combination. I feel that a lot of you could be carrying responsibilities of other people that you just don't need to be carrying. It could be like family members, other people in your life. I would be careful of that because it could be like holding you back. With the Justice card, you have the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands says don't give up. I feel like you need to keep pushing forward. You know, the Nine of Wands is my card of throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. He is the wounded warrior, and he's tried to do a lot of things, right? All those 8 wands that are behind him, but he's still holding on to one more wand in front of him. So it kind of is a card of needing to try again. And you have the Nine of Wands twice in your reading. The Justice card is your answer. Like I said, it seems to be the collective answer for pretty much everyone right now. If you're like worried about something not working out, just don't put too much energy in. Put a little bit of energy in and make sure you're getting back as much as you put in. Make sure the energy matches. People always say, it's like you have to be honest with yourself, number one, because it's like sometimes I think people, put a bunch of energy into a relationship and the person doesn't immediately return it. It's like we have to be realistic about how people work and operate in relationships. We can't expect an immediate return necessarily. So, we have to understand nuance. We have to understand that things don't happen immediately and all this other stuff. But, if you're being honest with yourself, it's like, can you say, for the most part, that you're getting an equal exchange of energy? You have to be able to do that. And that's kind of like what I feel like this is saying. It's like maybe you're wanting to try something again. It's like I look at Nine of Wands as swinging the bat. It's like, the more times you swing the bat, the more likely you are to get a home run. But you have to swing the bat a bunch of times, right? But it's like, who cares how many times you have to swing the bat? That's what I always say. It's like, I think that like Babe Ruth, one of those baseball players. I don't watch sports, right? I don't care about sports at all, period. But what I would say is that, one of those players like Babe Ruth, he actually wasn't a very good baseball player. He just swung the bat more than anyone else. And he was able to get more home runs because of that. That to me is the Nine of Wands. It's like, it doesn't matter how many times you fail. It just matters when you have that one home run, right? So nobody even looks at your failures. Nobody cares about your failures, really. But it's like when you find that success, I'll tell you what, feels pretty good. So I feel like that Nine of Wands is just saying, swing the bat as hard as you freaking can. Get the home runs, right? Try again. But Justice is saying, make sure that there's at least some feedback, some sort of feedback that you're getting from what you're doing. With the Nine of Pentacles, you have the Four of Pentacles. Again, another card of your environment. Four of Pentacles represents your foundation. So again, some of you, I've said this in the first reading, like improving your environment, improving your living space, the energy that's around you, that will be very beneficial for you. With this butterfly, you have this success card. Love it. Damn. So literally saying that a change is going to lead to success. And with the funnel there, you have this frying pan, which says trouble, accusations. So 2 bad cards, 2 good cards, right? But what I would say is that you have the trouble, accusations card. Every single sign that I've done a reading for this week has had something about needing to watch your words, needing to be careful of other people. I would just watch your words at this time. I wouldn't really worry about it. Those tea leaf cards, I just got them. I don't know. They're a little bit too negative for me, but whatever. I'm still gonna play with them for now. And but I do feel like there is success coming in for you. I would just be careful of the accusations and all that other stuff. Even the Nine of Wands would be like setting boundaries. It would also be about your reaction as well. I feel like kind of just being careful of your reaction to things would be a good idea with that accusations card. If people are accusing you of something and you have some big blown out reaction to it, you're probably going to seem guilty, right? If you don't have a reaction to it, you're probably not. So I feel like it's pretty simple. With the Nine of Wands, you have the Hermit. So, the Hermit, here's the thing. Hermit, Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands twice. Basically, in this diagonal, you have the Nine of Wands to the Hermit. So you have the Nine of Wands twice. Hermit kind of really says you've earned something. You've earned the right to stand at the top of a mountain. And sorry, my camera probably just went off, and now I'm going to have to wait for it to come back on so I can show you what I want to show you. But right here, you have him standing at the top of the mountain. He's gone through a rite of passage. He's, kind of like done something difficult. He's gone through something hard. And sorry, there we go. So he's gone through something hard to get to the top of the mountain. It's like he's earned the right. I feel like you've earned the right to something. With the Hangman, you have the Six of Pentacles. I mean, crazy amount of energy that represents the Justice card. You can see that he's holding this scale in his hand right here. And again, it represents, equal give and take. Clearly, that is like the most important message for you this week because it's showing up all over the place. It's like equal give and take is going to be your best friend. With the Sun, you have the King of Swords. This is about being very direct, straightforward, open, and honest, seeing things very clearly. The Sun shines a light on everything in our life. The sun is meant to be obvious. It is meant to be an energy that says, hey, this relationship is going to work. Hey, this business over here is going to work. But sometimes we don't pay attention to obvious, right? Sometimes we look at things that are obvious and we think that that's too easy. There's no life is hard. Life is meant to be hard. It has to be hard. Like these are the words that are popping into my head. I feel like you need to realize that it's like you're being given a gift because you've earned it. The Hermit. Again, the Hermit is like going through something that you don't want to go through, climbing to the top of the mountain. The Sun and the King of Swords to me is saying, yes, there could be something very obvious that is coming in for you, but it's not because it's easy. It's because of what you went through to earn it. So I think people sell themselves too short sometimes, like especially when it comes to their struggles or the things that they've been through. And it's like, no, you earned what you are getting. Plain and simple. With the gorilla here, you have the wolf. It says authenticity, very authentic reading as well. Justice, your truth with the jackal, justice twice, basically, truth. The sun and the King of Swords, very authentic energy. So I feel like you are just really kind of being who you are with this energy. You're stepping into your true power. I'm pretty sure I said something in one of your last readings about the Empress. It kind of gave me the vibes of an Empress reading, your last one. I think it was the quarter one reading. But you didn't have the Empress in the reading, and that's popping into my head. I don't know if it's Empress energy or you're just kind of stepping into your true power. With the Queen of Cups, you have the Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment coming in for you, so I do feel that there is kind of like some sort of wish fulfillment. I would make a wish with that energy. True contentment coming in for you as well. It's also kind of like an energy of needing to feel something. Traditionally, this guy, he's meant to look a little chubby on the card. And the reason being is it kind of says to get a wish. It's like, he's just had a big feast. But, you don't get chubby right away, right? Trust me, I know. I know how chubbiness works, right, Aries? But you get chubby over a period of time. On the card itself, it represents the fact that it's like he has, experienced good things before, so he's getting more good things, if that makes sense. So sometimes the Nine of Cups says we have to feel like we deserve something. We have to feel something before we can actually have it and before we can experience it. So make sure you're feeling good. With the Magician, you have the Queen of Cups. This could be love coming in for you for sure. Like I said, could be a water sign, someone very kind, caring, nurturing. I feel it for love for some reason. The Queen of Cups twice. Doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to, by the way. I feel like it's just someone who's more intuitive, someone who's more nurturing. I also feel like it's someone who's also very focused. I always say with her, she is very focused on the cup that she is holding. She has her eye on the prize. So I do feel you could be attracting a person who has like a very specific focus. Maybe they have a very specific job that they do, not just like a regular job, like something very focused, something very, where they really have to pay attention. They could have a business. They could be focused on that. But someone very focused is what's popping into my head. With the Three of Wands, you have the Five of Pentacles. Yeah, get out of your head, Aries. This is like feeling left out in the cold. Five of Pentacles says, do not call attention to your weaknesses. Kind of like everybody else. Again, pretty much everyone has had these messages this week of really needing to focus on what you do want, not what you don't want. So it seems to be one of those like very strong manifestation energy weeks. But all in all, this is really good. I really like this for you. So thank you for being here, Aries. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. Thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.